first found out about senior field studies when I saw all the kids getting ready in the hallway for their backpacking trip, and they had out all the gear and all the backpacks and sleeping bags, and I was just like, what is this?
I think it's just an amazing opportunity to get out and learn outside of the classroom.
Senior field studies definitely kind of altered the way that I see the world and like what I view as important.
Senior field studies, we focus on 3 environments. It's urban and rural and wilderness. The urban aspect, we do 50 some field trips around the city. A lot of that is self-directed, where the students set up their own field trips, following their interests, following their passions.
You get to learn about the urban aspect of Denver. You get to learn, kind of where your electricity comes from, and you get to learn where the urban renewal plans are.
The rural aspect is when students go and live on farms and ranches for 1 week.
And you get to learn where your food comes from, and you get to learn how hard it is to be a farmer.
As a city girl who's never even been on a farm, spending a week with farmers and the animals there, I just learned so much.
And then the wilderness, we do a 2-week backpacking trip in Arizona, includes rock climbing, and we do a 9-day whitewater rafting trip in Utah.
And I thought that looked really cool. I enjoy being outdoors, and I enjoy backpacking. I'd gone on one backpacking trip before.
Being outside and learning about the wilderness kind of makes you realize how important it is.
The sky in general was clearer than I've ever seen it. There were constellations every night. You could see the Big Dipper, and I remember we'd be around the campfire and I'd look up and it would just barely be coming up, and then we'd sit and talk for a while, and then you'd see it raise up a little bit more and just see how time goes in that perspective rather than looking at your watch.
In other places, in school, your connection is the classroom and what you're learning, but in senior field studies, you're connected through life.
The family dynamic that you build with your group through backpacking and hiking for the day and encouraging each other and helping people.
Each experience really had a different impact on me, I would say.
I don't think that there's any other program that is all of this in one package. You get a full load of academic classes, 6 different academic classes, but you're in this program all day long. That's what gives us the freedom to be able to go and do all these different experiences. So we're not tied to the classroom. We're based out of Bear Creek High School, but any student who is currently enrolled in Jeffco, any Jeffco senior who's on track for graduation is eligible for the program.
And so I went to my counselor and I was like, sign me up. How can I do this? Where can I get the form?
They come out more confident, more aware of the world around them, stronger individuals.
It pushed me to go into outdoor education as a career. I'm actually going to Red Rocks for it now.
One of the biggest things for me is when I was a student, I didn't necessarily make the best choices in a group of friends. And I went to the desert with senior field studies. I did a 36-hour solo where I just sat there and thought about my life and what I'm going to do. Currently on and off working as a fisheries biologist for the federal government and the state.
This is an opportunity that you won't really get ever.
We do a good job of keeping our expenses down, and mostly it's because we are self-funded, self-guided. We have alumni who go out to become professional guides, and then they come back and volunteer their time with field studies because they're still passionate about the program itself.
Which is why I come back as a leader every year, and I try and give my part back to the community and the people in field studies.
Going on the backpacking trip, that can be a challenge for some students. Facing it head on and having people there to not only encourage you but to listen to you.
The friends that I still have the strongest connection with are the ones that I made in this class. Whatever you put into it is what you're going to get out of it, and you really can get so much out of it.
I don't think they're going to come out the same way they came in.